Good morning and welcome to the County of Berrien. It is a pleasure to have you all here and thank you for your patience as our parent committee meetings ran a little bit long, so we are getting started and we'll try to be as mindful of time for the rest of the duration. As a quick reminder, please silence or turn off all of electronic devices during the duration of this meeting. If you have any materials to deliver to the board, please do so by giving it to our Sergeant of Arms, which is Commissioner Jim Kern. And during the appropriate times in the agenda, if you wish to address the board, please come to the podium, state your name, jurisdiction, and then you'll have 2 minutes to speak with us. With that and all the housekeeping done, we will do an invocation, which will be led by our own Commissioner Majeric, followed by the pledge with Commissioner Pitchford leading us there. Please join us if you wish.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you today as we gather for this meeting, seeking your guidance and wisdom. Grant us open hearts and open minds as we come together to discuss important matters. Help us to listen to one another, respecting diverse ideas in an atmosphere of unity and cooperation. Father, help us find creative solutions and make choices that are just and beneficial for all involved. As we begin this meeting, we surrender our plans and agendas to you. We trust that you will lead us in the right direction and guide us towards wonderful outcomes. In your holy name, Lord, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please repeat after me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both for that. We now move into roll call.
Bell. Curran.
Here.
Harrison.
Here.
Hinkleman. Majeric.
Here.
Ott.
Here.
Pittsburgh.
Here.
Walrath.
Here.
Werfel.
Here.
Yarborough.
Yeah.
Elliott. Freeling.
Present.
Madam Chair, you have 10 present and 2 absent.
Thank you. We have a quorum. The next item on the agenda is the approval of our minutes from August 22nd of 2024. I'll entertain a motion. It's been moved by Commissioner Majeric, seconded by Commissioner Pitchford. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, just as a reminder to use your microphones.
Yes. We are out there in the World Wide Web, so want to be certain we can hear what we're saying. Communications, I think we have 3.
We have 4. You have an email from Cornwell Health Community Relations regarding a community grand rounds event on health equity to be held on October 18th, received on August 27th, an email from Southwestern Michigan Tourist Council regarding 2024 Fun Fam Adventure to be held on September 26th, received on August 29th, an email from Southwestern Michigan Tourist Council regarding 2024-2025 Southwest Michigan Makers Trail Passport Challenge, received on September 3rd, and the email from Southwestern Michigan Tourist Council regarding the Fall Color Tour routes, received on September 9th. That's all for communications.
Thank you. And everybody received those communications. The next item that we have on our agenda is those public comments regarding resolutions that we have coming before the board. If there's any public comments regarding those resolutions, please do so by coming to the podium and stating your name and jurisdiction. There's a race to the podium.
Big line.
Yeah, I see it. All right, with no public comments, we'll close that and move on to the consent calendar. Looks like we have 3 resolutions, 1 added resolution. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So made.
Made by Commissioner Pitchford,
Support.
support by Commissioner Harrison. Is there any discussion on those consent calendar resolutions, including the added one? No discussion? All right, we'll do a roll call. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. Curran,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Hinkleman,
Yes.
Majerick,
Yes.
Ott,
Yes.
Pitchford,
Yes.
Walrath,
Yes.
Werfel.
Yes.
Yarborough,
Yes.
Freely.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you have 10 yeas.
All right, all of those have been approved. We now move on to committee reports, and we will start with the illustrious Personnel Committee.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. We met this morning and had a number of action items for us. We had a proposed road department complement change that we did approve. We had a list of monthly pension refund and rollover requests that were also approved. We had a number of advanced step hire requests, two from the health department, one for a medical assistant and the other for a receptionist. We did approve that. One from the clerk's office. This is a deputy circuit court clerk, and we did approve that. And then we also had one from the prosecuting attorney's office, and we did approve that also. We had a report from Guy Miller, our director of the health department. He went through a number of resolutions that will come to you at a later date. I will run through those very quickly. There was a complement change, then positive parenting proposal, funding for Great Start Collaborative, health advisory, the social determinants of health hub, and then also one from the Berrien Community Foundation for staff training for trauma informed behaviors. And so we did review those and asked Guy a number of questions and did approve those. So they'll come to you at a later date. Guy also provided his report on activities at the health department, very interesting. And that pretty much concluded our meeting. Well, I do have one other item that I would like to go, if I could take the liberty to talk about now.
Sure.
As part of the Personnel Committee, we look at issues involving the Board of Trustees, the Board of Commissioners, and one of them has been the meeting frequency discussion that a number of you have had with members of the committee. So with the approval of the chairman of the board at our next, or not our next committee of the whole, the one following, the 26th, we'll devote time to talking about the frequency of the Board of Commissioners meetings, and we'll give you an opportunity to complete a survey and we'll look at the results. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Are there any questions or comments for personnel? No, hearing none, then we will move on to the Administration Committee.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. First in to see us this morning was the sheriff and Captain Adams from the EOC, and Commissioner Volrath would like to report out on that.
Thanks, John.
And Rocky, we're in to see us this morning, and we'll keep it short because we had a long meeting this morning. I think the number one topic right now is overcrowding. Yesterday, their numbers hit 332 and today was 340. The threshold for action is 341, and I think it's consecutive 5 or 6 consecutive days at that number. The judge and the sheriff and the prosecutors and people will have to get together and find out how to, get people out of the jail that, they can and get those numbers under control. So right now, we're a lot of crime going on and a lot of people just fighting to get into jail. So Rocky was there because we had damage from a storm last week, and the EOC got together one night, but they did a lot of assessing down there, and the numbers that Rocky gave us were over $12 million, and about 670,000 of that was uninsured. Those are all estimates right now, but that's the numbers he gave us on the storm. It was localized down in the South County and went across the lake and into South Bend, and you could see on the map, I&M's map of power being out, that it was just a stretch all the way through there where power got knocked out. And There was some devastating losses. I mean, the trees that come down went right through one house. I mean, just cut it in half, just took it right. It was really strange, but it was a lot of devastation, a lot of, 80-mile-an-hour winds do a lot of damage. So the sheriff also wanted to shout out to the road department and the director for all the work they did to get the roads cleared, because the road department came in second and he had a lot of pictures of the damage and the roads, and it all included a lot of lines down on the road that they had to work around. And it was, they had them out there for a long time, 12, 14, 16 hours, trying to get the roads cleared up and the lines out of there. So that was pretty much it. July was very busy for the sheriff's department, a lot of training, and a lot of the narco has taken a lot of drugs and guns off the street for us. And I think that's it for me.
Okay, great. Thanks, Dave. Next in the CS was our road department director, Mark Highlander, and Commissioner Werfel would like to report out on that.
Thanks, Jim. Mark did report on the storm damage. Dave pretty much covered that. The one thing he didn't cover was how Mark talked about how their equipment in the road department is much bigger and bolder than Asplund's department or equipment, how they could crush trees, not saw them down. So that was interesting. So anyway, he gave us an update on all the paving going on and where things stand with all the road construction for the year. And we get an update on the personnel changes as well. And the waiver request, I think, that went through personnel regarding the street sweeper. And then he also gave us a 5-year MTF overview. That's the Michigan Trust Fund dollars. And we've asked Brian to send this out to everybody so you have it. But in a nutshell, since 2019, big changes in dollars and road expenditures and how it's worked. So we got an update on that. It's all on the list. Overall, our revenue has increased by 7%, and our expenses to do a mile of asphalt has increased by 71% since 2021, which is post-COVID. Pre-COVID, it's increased 160% since 2019. You'll see that on the reports. So in 2019, with 7% less dollars, so 18 million, we did 187 road miles. And in 2023, with $20 million, we did 109 road miles. That's the difference on where the money is going and why less roads are getting done. It just doesn't go as far. The dollars aren't there to support the increase from inflation. It's not just in grocery stores, it's everywhere. And we've seen that with construction in general. And that's what the numbers are for road construction. Hope that helps. That's my report.
Thank you, Julie. Let's see, the chair was in the CS before he left. Brian and John Eaglehoff was in the CS, talked to us about the Materials Management Planning Committee. We had a nice discussion about that. And then we also, each committee is appointing someone to the jail committee, and we appointed Julie. She will be on that committee. So when that's formally officially approved, she will be ours. We have a couple resolutions. Resolution ending in 317. This is when Palisades gets back online. Our EOC works with their EOC like Cook, when you do the Cook plant. So this is to accept money from Palisades for our portion of running the EOC for their drills. So that's what that one is for. Resolution ending in 320. This is the Wold agreement that Rocky gave us a presentation this morning. This is to accept that agreement with them. And then we have a property use request that we approved, and it's from the Blossom Time Festival. And it's to use the court parking lot as well as the parking lot here for the Blossom Time Parade on May, I saw it in here, May 10th. And that was our report.
Thank you for that report. And are there any questions, comments, or discussion for admin? All right, so we'll move on to finance.
Thank you very much. We met with our administrator and chair, and in addition to them, at the same time, John Egelhoff from Southwest Michigan Planning, Jill Adams and Jason Field from Parks and Recreation, all of them met with us on materials management plan. This is very important and very big. It's gone to each committee, and we have a resolution that we're working on, and it will be presented to you at a later date. But we're working to get the numbers right and all of that. So look forward to that. And because John and the whole team came to each of your committees, then you understand what we're talking about. And I do have a resolution that we'll bring to you September 19th, 2024. It's for the Berrien County Sheriff's Office. They want to utilize several ways to operate and provide commissary services at the jail. And they're adding things to this commissary list that they did not normally do, but it is legal and authorized to do. So that'll come to you next week. And then we had waivers that I want to tell you about. This is from the road department. It is a sweeper, and it's a 2019 Elgin Eagle mounted on 2019 Freightliner chassis. The waiver amount is $243,200. The budgeted amount is $243,200, and that's in their budget for repairs and needs and things like that. Do you want to know what it does?
It was reviewed in admin committee.
Okay, good, thank you. So that's one we concurred with. Another waiver is through to Whiteman for professional services for juvenile water and sewer. The waiver amount is $313,000. That was not budgeted. The next one is for Pearson Construction, repair structure damage from 8/27/2024 storm. That's at Gillene River, what you were just explaining, and we have pictures of it and all. And the amount is $24,090, and that was budgeted amount in normal repairs and stuff like that. And then Green Mark Equipment transmission repair service for John Deere tractor. The waiver amount is $13,689, and the budgeted amount was $13,689. Again, taking from our annual amounts that we expect something may be needed. And then we have received bids, a number of them, for building and grounds, and it was with Midwest Glass. The expected cost was $85,000. The bid came in at $279,700. Another bid was for Silver Beach Park exterior concrete restoration. The projected cost was $35,000. It came in at $91,700. Another bid was for asbestos removal for community development. And there were two bids. One was $91,500. The other one was $135,200, and it was expected to cost $9,500. We sent them back. We did not approve them, vote on them, or anything. We sent them back. Okay, so I'm sure they'll send them out again and work on them. We approved our minutes. We had no citizen comments. And that's my report, unless you think of something else. John, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions, comments for finance? All right. Thank you for the work that you guys do in your parent committees. And now we'll move on to commissioner reports. And John, I'm going to start with you, if that's all right. Go ahead and use your mic.
Thank you.
received an email from Michigan Farm Bureau and subsequently from the USDA. They're asking for farmers to come forward to find out if there was they need to decide whether they need to declare a disaster in our county this year as far as agriculture goes. And there are a couple of crops that stand out in our area. The peaches were a 100% loss. Grapes, I think it will be probably worst in history. And so, but they're asking farmers to come forward. So anybody who's watching on YouTube, know that they need to step forward because they need to have people come and account for what they're, so they can make the determination. And so they're working on that. And that's all I had as far as the county goes. This last week I celebrated 45 years of wedded bliss. And so there we go. Yeah, that was good. Huh?
Thank you for that. Commissioner Harrison.
I attended a meeting of Lincoln Township to talk about speed studies, and it was clear as I offered my comments at the request of the supervisor that I was speaking as an individual, not as a member of the county board. So I think it got nice coverage from the media. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you for that report. Commissioner Pitchford.
No report.
No report. All right.
I attended the BC BIT meeting. You know, when we first established BC BIT, we set that goal of fiber to everybody, everything. And now we're what 4 or 5 years into it, and we're starting to see the results of our work. And I've been talking to people, friends, constituents, whoever in the county who have not had good, reliable internet, and they've gotten hooked up to MEC, Michigan or Midwest Energy Cooperative, who got a lot of grant money and are doing a lot of work in our county. And these people just love it. They can't believe how good that fiber internet is. And it's a great feeling. It gives me a great feeling to know that we really started all that. And we're starting to see that our goal has been met. That's great. I attended the EOC debriefing. We're doing the cook drill this year. It's an evaluated, a FEMA evaluated. And so this is the first get together because first off, the people at our EOC, Rocky and those people out there, they do a phenomenal job. They do such a good job. They're so professional. And so what this first meeting was about is getting everyone prepared, because there are so many moving parts to this. You know, you've got transportation, schools, hospitals, just everybody, Red Cross, and you get new players every year. It's not the same people. So when you get new people who are representing these agencies, they don't know what to expect. And that's where Rocky starts to prepare them. And that's what this very first briefing is, to give them an idea of what to expect. And this year is the hostile action exercise. We haven't done a hostile action exercise for quite a while. So this is also something different. So I attended that, and Rocky, again, him and his staff did an excellent job. And we're getting ready to do the cook drills this summer. And that's all I have.
Thank you for that report. No report for Commissioner Laura. Commissioner Warfel. You know where it's going.
If you're asking him. I attended the St. Joe Township board meeting this week, and they expended their final ARPA dollars, and they're putting a sidewalk in on the west side of Lincoln Avenue. So that's kind of exciting in St. Joe Township. Also attended the Royalton meeting. I don't think there was anything exciting there, but other than they're excited about some changes coming up in the drain area. That's my report.
Thank you.
Nothing officially to report, but I have been speaking with Donna, who is part of the Save Lakeside Woods organization. And they have a website, savelakesideWoods.com. They are attempting to save parts of Lakeside that has already a protected wetland from development, future development, and they have fundraising opportunities available. So anyone listening, go to their website, take a look, help them out. I did issue a letter to the Michigan Department of Natural Resources to see what the state could do to assist them in that. So Just wanted to pass that on.
I have nothing to report except Brownfield today at 12:30.
I was on WSJM, Ken and Friends. And I talked about Berrien County, got all kinds of information. And if you want to hear it or see it, it's on video as well as the radio. It's on Facebook or YouTube, and it's Ken and Friends. I don't know the dates. If you flash through, you'll see me. And then click on that. I enjoyed it. I told the gentleman, Ken Lundberg, that I'm scared. I said, I don't want you tricking me or asking me any questions. And if there are things that I don't know, or I'm gonna give you the administrator's name. So it worked out just fine. I don't know if you got any calls or not, but it worked out fine and I enjoyed doing it. And when I listened to Jim Curran talking about how rewarding it is to hear people talk about the BC bit is working, that's what keeps us on here so long. Because we see things that we've been working on for years, and it's happened, and you had a part in it. That is so important, and that's our reward. Thank you.
Thank you for that report. Just real briefly, I too, BC Bits. The thing, as we have more construction happening within Berrien County, and there's quite a bit in the south central part of Berrien right now. If there's any concerns, direct your constituents to contact bcbit@berriencounty.org. Just shoot off a message to us of what the address is, what the name of that individual is, and then we will address it from there. It goes to multiple different members of the BC Bit, both for staff and then also our consultant from DCS Technologies. And then we can kind of address it, and we've got something in writing. We're getting more and more of those one-off questions, and so that's a great repository for us to have information there. I attended the county planning commission meeting. We did have some PA 116s to consider in Chickamine Township, and we reviewed those and concurred. We also received notice of the master plan for City of Waterville, which I had mentioned to Commissioner Hinkleman. And then if you have any questions with regards to that, you can go to our community development directors or community development staff, Katie Montoya. She would have the document. I don't think it's posted on their website right now, but you can also go to the city to talk to them about that. There was a housing resource network meeting this week, and we were talking about ending homelessness and some of the different efforts that are going on from the state. Coordinating that with some of the different agencies that are within Berrien County and the surrounding area. And then two, I appreciate Commissioner Hinkleman making mention about the disaster, potential disaster declaration as it related to agriculture. I had been at the Conservation District's stakeholder meeting as they prioritize some of the different opportunities for funding for the NRCS. And one of the members that was there was from the FSA office, which is the Farm Service Agency. And Riley, I believe his name is, we were speaking about that, and that he is hoping that there will be a declaration or an opportunity to declare the disaster within Berrien County, but he does need farmers and ag producers to reach out to his office to just talk about their situation specifically. So that's my report. And so I turn to the administrator now to see if he has any comments.
Yeah, members of the board, last year we took some time to honor the University of Michigan's football team. I was wondering, should we start on that resolution now or?
Wow.
Well played. Well played.
But MSU, they were successful last weekend. Yeah.
All right, I'll just put a pin in that one.
Wow. Poke.
Commissioners, just as a reminder, as we get to the end of today's meeting, you will have a closed session. Staff will be asking to shut down the Zoom at that time. And then at the conclusion of the closed session, you'll come out of that. You will be asked if you have time to step outside. There will be a presentation. Now we have some folks from Michigan State University Extension here who are eager to show off a new piece of equipment that will benefit Berrien County. Those are my comments.
Thank you for
Yep.
that. With that, we come to the portion of our agenda for general public comments. Anything that you wish to address with the Board of Commissioners, please do so by coming to the podium, state your name, jurisdiction, and you'll have 2 minutes to speak with us. Come on up, Miss Beth.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone. My name is Beth Ferry with Michigan State University Extension. Just extending to you that invitation for our ribbon cutting on our E-rail trailer. We have representatives from MSU, also from MDAR joining us here today. And I'm going to bribe you with really awesome donuts, Honey Crisp apples, and apple cider. So nice local products. So would love to see you guys there.
Thank you for that.
It'll be a well-attended event.
It will be well attended. Hopefully there'll be plenty of donuts. Are there any other public comments?
Oh, yeah.
Come on up, Mr. Peltzer.
Peltzer, Hager Township. I got a comment, some comments to make about the roads. You guys were quoting all this stuff. Now, when I was growing up, gasoline was about 32 cents a gallon. Now, if it's 6% tax, that's less than 2 cents. Now, today it's $4, $3. $4 times 6% is 24 bucks, 24 cents. Now, where's that money going? You know, in 50 years, the price of building a road didn't go up that much. And they're getting about 10 times as much, or I don't know how much more money into that fund. And these guys are, you know, the people that build the roads, they know what I'm talking about. See? They figure they can sock it to you because you're collecting more money. So that's my gripe right there. Am I getting in a minute? That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peltzer. We appreciate your comments. Are there any other public comments at this time? All right, hearing none, we do have the portion of the agenda for other business. Is there any other business to come before the board?
I have a question.
Yes.
For the administrator.
Yes, sir.
I see here, the 5-year Parks and Recreation Plan update is at Madeline Bertrand Park on Wednesday, September the 18th, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. How is that communicated to the public? How will the public know to come to this?
So we've done news releases. We have updates on the county's website. We also have updates on county social media. Today's announcement, just trying to spur interest. And then there is a follow-up day that will occur the Thursday at this building where the public can come to the open house. They can also visit the county's website through the Parks Department and see the draft plan. So we've tried to make it as easy as possible for the public to participate in that review and comment process. Thank you.
Good. Well, I kind of helped by announcing it.
You did.
Queued it up. Queued it
That
up.
was a beautiful
Everybody,
cue up.
Make sure Madeline Bertrand will be there. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Certainly, in case you didn't hear it, there is the 5-year review for the recreation plan for our parks. There is an open house on Wednesday, September 18th at Madeline Bertrand from 5:30 to 7. And then Thursday, the following day, September 19th, here at the admin center in this room.
Yes.
And that's from 11:30 to 2. However, if you can't attend either of those, you can write your comments through email and send those to parks@berriencounty.org, or you can drop them off at any of the parks location and this admin building here, so that we can collect those and use them for our updates for the plan. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I don't know the time, but that is the Park and Recreation Board meeting on that day.
Oh,
So
on
if you want to
Wednesday?
come earlier, it's probably 3:30. Thank you. That you'll get to see or hear from each department or each place.
From each
The
park.
directors will talk, and that's the regular board meeting.
So you could come early to Madeline Bertrand Park at 3:30, enjoy the meeting, hear about all the updates, and then give your own update. of What you would like to see for the future plan for 5 years.
Thank you.
Wonderful. With that being said, we move into the portion of our agenda for closed session under MCL 15.268. Is that 1E? Yes. Thank you. And that is to consult with our attorney regarding trial or settlement strategy connected to specific pending litigation. This is with our corporate counsel Thaddeus Hackworth regarding an EEOC commissioner charge. And then the number is 471-2023-05-154. Is that good? Did that satisfy what I needed to do? Okay. And so we need to have a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make that motion as you stated.
Made by Commissioner Kern, who seconded? Commissioner Volrath. Oh, okay. Commissioner Volrath seconded. Roll call.
Harrison.
Yes.
Hinkleman.
Yes.
Bajaric.
Yes.
Ott.
Yes.
Pitchford.
Yes.
Ballrath.
Yes.
Werfel. 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 Yarborough.
Yes.
Curran.
Yes.
Freeling.
Yes.
Madam Chair.